All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another hot button topic to talk about. Now, as you guys may or may not know about me, I am a full-time streamer, and, well, that's pretty damn embarrassing. I feel like there's no way to get any sort of respect saying, oh, yes, I stream full-time on twitch.television. Hey guys, check me out on the purple app. But yes, I am a full-time Twitch streamer. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and we got a hot button topic to talk about today. So Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, has revealed the secret, everybody, the secret best way for streamers to grow. And it's got some people acting in a little bit of a tizzy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give my 2 cents on it and talk about this topic in general, because obviously as a full-time streamer, you dig what I'm saying? I feel like I got some insight to speak on this with. So I'm not going to go through the whole entire article and the whole entire interview here, but as you can see, Dan Clancy says that the best way to grow on Twitch is through collaboration with other streamers. Now, in an interesting note, a lot of people are kind of dragging Dan Clancy on Twitter for this. Like, we got a couple people saying the best way to grow is to upload on YouTube and TikTok. And then you have this person, who's being pretty disingenuous with this quote, saying the best way to grow is to establish a friendship with someone who is much more well off than you and to try and pilfer their audience in a live setting, even though they have jumped through painstaking hoop after hoop to get to where they're at. Dan Clancy is right. Okay. And anybody that does not see that, I fear simply has no fucking clue what they're talking about. So let me go ahead and explain why that is. Obviously, there are multiple ways of growth, and not every path to growth is going to be the same. However, the tried and true method that has worked for literally anybody that's tried it is through collaboration. Now, there's 2 ways you can look at collaboration. You can look at collaboration as what it is, streaming with friends or acquaintances or other like-minded individuals, or you can look at it as to how some people are looking at it on this Twitter thread and think of it more so as leeching. Now, the concept of leeching and content creation, I think, is absolutely moronic because there is no such thing as leeching. Let's go ahead and talk about what leeching is. So what people would classify as a leech is the type of person that sticks around a friend group or a streamer group in order to attain success or viewership or clout from that group. However, what people don't really understand is that, yes, while the term leech does have a negative connotation, what actual leeches are is a symbiotic relationship between the more successful streamer and the leech, if you will. So what ends up happening is that more successful streamer, I put that in quotes there, gets content, gets, whatever they're getting from the quote leech, and they're able to use that to get more viewers, to get more subs, to get more donations or whatever it is that they're doing. We see this a lot with different sorts of streams, like the streamers that'll have some bad bitches over their stream or whatever the fuck, and they try to rizz them up or whatever. Like, they're both in a leeching position because obviously them bad bitches popping up on that stream because hey, this motherfucker get 10,000 viewers every stream. Shit, let me shout out my Instagram. Maybe let me shout out my OnlyFans or whatever, right? And then they're getting that boost. And then the people that have those bad bitches on their stream are getting more viewers, are getting more clicks, more subs, more chat interaction, whatever, because motherfuckers get to see a bad bitch on the screen. Come on, who don't want to see some bad bitches? You feel me? It's a symbiotic relationship. There is no such thing as just a pure straight up leech, first of all. Secondly, this whole thing about, the best way to grow on Twitch is through uploading to YouTube and TikTok. Yes, that is true to some degree. However, I feel like there are many situations where there are creators who have, hundreds of thousands, if not maybe even millions of followers on other platforms and struggle to get 100 viewers on Twitch. Who remembers, I think it was a year or 2 ago, there was that one Instagram influencer, Amanda Cerny, and she has millions of Instagram followers. She has millions of followers across her social media, but then she went to go live stream and crickets. There was nothing there. She couldn't get nobody to pop up on her stream, so then she stopped streaming. You know, saying that like you can just create content on other platforms and have it transition to Twitch, I don't think works all the time. Now, it does work, and you should absolutely do that if you are a streamer, but if you're trying to do all this stuff by yourself, you're going to destroy yourself. And I'm speaking from firsthand personal experience because I used to think like a lot of the people in this thread. I've had a lot of friends, you know, that I've accumulated through like, you know, Twitch or YouTube or whatever. And I used to be so against collaboration because I wanted to be like, man, I made it myself. You feel me? Like I made it out the mud. Like I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt. I didn't like to collaborate because I'm like, man, I don't want to have to rely on other people for my success. You know, I don't want to have to say like, oh, this person made me, or, oh, like, you know, this person is the reason why I got found. But the truth of the matter is that none of that shit matters, okay? You should just make content with your friends, or just make the content you have fun making, okay? Because there are very few creators out there that have made it just straight up by themselves. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't, okay? Now, you can say that some creators, you know, were able to get their blow up off of a certain, like, you know, video game or whatever meta that happens on Twitch or whatever, and then they can blow up off of that. But for the most part, every streamer that you really, really like, you probably found them through somebody else. I mean, shit, if you're watching this video and you're a fan of me, chances are you heard of me through like one of my friends like Afro or like Rhyme Style or somebody like that, right? That's probably like how you heard of me, you know? And then maybe you heard of, you know, Afro through, I don't know, another creator, like who knows where you heard of him from, you know? But that's what I'm trying to say, right? Is that there's always like this chain effect, I guess you could say, where you find this person through this person, you find that person through this other person, and that's completely fine, because the fact of the matter is that nobody's gonna rock with your content and nobody's gonna continue to watch you if you ain't got shit to watch, right? And you're not gonna be a good leech if you're not bringing content to other streamers, right? And if you're not bringing good content to other streamers, then nobody's gonna watch you like anyways, right? So you're collaborating with other streamers, you're working with other streamers and stuff like that, and you showcase your personality, and then boom, you're like, oh, I kind of rock with this person, so like I'm a jack with that. And it's like, oh, I like them now, and now all of a sudden you start popping off, you feel me? And that's how it goes. This is the tried and true method of growth on Twitch as a platform, okay? You can try to grow your audience on other platforms, but if you grow your audience on a platform like TikTok, it's very hard to transition people from TikTok to Twitch because the forms of media are completely fucking different. You have, you know, millions upon millions of views and followers on TikTok, but that is short form clip content. You know, people just like, you know, take out their phone and then just swipe through, and they don't really care about watching something that's more than like a couple minutes long. And you want them to watch a multiple hour long live stream, hard sell. And same thing on YouTube. People are going there to watch, you know, more condensed, more focused videos, and usually longer videos as well. So maybe somebody's got like 30 minutes to an hour to kill. Like they might be able to do that and experience that long form content. But even getting somebody from YouTube to Twitch has proven to be a bit difficult as well, because again, I see this time and time again. There'll be channels out there with like over 1 million subs, and they're getting maybe less than 100 viewers, you know, maybe a couple hundred viewers. And that's no small feat. That should be congratulated. Even getting that many viewers is extremely, extremely difficult. But I mean, let's be for real. You went from millions to hundreds, you know, and that is a big thing for a lot of creators to swallow and be like, damn, like it's really hard to get your audience base to follow you on multiple different platforms. And I think if you talk to a lot of creators, like they'll probably agree with you that it's not really an easy thing to transition from like Twitter to another platform, for example. I think it's especially harder if you built up your audience on a specific platform instead of growing simultaneously across all platforms and empowering your brand, right? And I think that, you know, the types of creators that really start to, you know, blow up and do really well off of stuff like YouTube and TikTok, and then that ends up translating to their streams, were people that were already successful anyways. Like one of the dudes that I think about with that is like Kai Cenat, right? And Kai Cenat's like huge on TikTok, huge on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and all that stuff, right? But I mean, he was already doing big and crazy shit. So like he's always going viral and doing that stuff, and that sort of feeds into itself, right? Like if you're a smaller creator, it's going to be hard to get those eyes on you regardless. But I mean, the truth of the matter is that uploading to YouTube and TikTok is going to be a way better use of your time than streaming to nobody on Twitch, because there just is no discoverability on Twitch. That much is true. But what you can do on Twitch is actually get into a community and be a part of something, right? So like, it's not just like you go to, you know, bigger streamers or whatever, like, hey man, like you want to stream with me? You want to collaborate or whatever? It's like, no, like that's not going to get you any meaningful sort of collaboration. What you should do is maybe find a game or a community you really like and just rock with them, just like you would as a normal regular fan or just a normal regular viewer, whatever it may be. Let's say you really love Super Mario 64 speedrunning or some shit, and you just love that. Maybe get acquainted in some chats, you know, talk here and there, you know, genuinely be a human being that people really want to be around. And then if you start streaming yourself, then it'll go great. And I've seen this happen firsthand. Like there's been a few of my friends or even like a few of my viewers and mods on my Twitch channel who have been around my Twitch channel for a long time. And, you know, I would consider some of them to even be like some acquaintances or maybe even friends, right? And then when they go ahead and stream, their streams start off with 20, 30, 50 viewers, you know? And that's a huge start. That is a huge, that's more than I had. When I started streaming, I really had like 2, 3, 4, 10. I remember being nervous when I would hit 30 concurrent viewers and shit like that, right? And, yeah, man, like having that base already, 50 viewers off rip, that's huge. And they got that because they just liked me, my content, and they became genuine friends with my community. And now they've got a decent, you know, viewer base for themselves. And I think that is how you do it. Collaboration really is the key. And I think we saw that primarily with Among Us. When the whole Among Us thing happened, that's when we really saw the power of collaboration, because you didn't have to like just solo dolo carry everything yourself, right? And I think we also ended up seeing a ton of collaboration between, you know, different sectors of content creators that we never thought we'd see, right? Like, you know, you had like some League of Legends people like playing, like collaborating with like Smite people, for example, or whatever, you know, two opposite sides of gang warfare, you feel me? And they came together for Among Us, right? And they brought an audience that would have never knew that other streamer at all if it weren't for that collaboration. And I think it was really effective at not only bringing together communities, but also just bringing together people at the end of the day, right? And we've seen that still be the case. And when you look at the top streamers, and we're mainly talking about like, you know, like a lot of the top end, very successful streamers, look at how many collaborations they do, right? Like if you look at dudes like Mizkif, like I don't remember the last time I saw Mizkif streaming alone. You feel what I'm saying? And even like, again, you look at dudes like Kai Cenat, like Kai Cenat is constantly got people on his stream, you know, whether it's just his boys from AMP or whether it's fucking Nicki Minaj. You did what I'm saying? He's got heads in his streams. You know, having that, bringing that difference and bringing that like extra flair to your stream not only works as a streamer, but also if you can be that person that does go on somebody else's stream, it's going to work really, really well for you. You know, it's an effective way to grow. Now, obviously, you can try to be as big of a leech as you can be. You can try your absolute hardest to just go to different people and just be like, yo, like, what's up? Like, let's stream, let's connect, blah, 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 let's build, or whatever kind of, you know, corny shit you want to say. But it's not going to work that way. You have to be genuine with it. Find a group of friends that you really want to grind with and work with and just like build together on some shit. Like go on their streams, have them come on your streams. And then eventually, if you find yourself hitting up different pockets of different communities, you might make some friends in those communities as well. And then all of a sudden you guys stream together, you guys share your audiences together, and everybody grows. You feel me? And I think it's been proven to be extremely effective. And on this era of Twitch where everything is so oversaturated, not only just Twitch, but content creation in general, and it being like so overly saturated, I think we've seen the types of people that really bloom and really blow up are the people that are collaborating. Like we take a lot of the people that really had meteoric rises in the past few years and think about like how we found these people, right? Like right now, AMP is killing it in the content creation game. They literally are a collaborative group. You feel me? Offline TV are killing it on YouTube, collaborative group. OTK on Twitch and on YouTube and stuff like that, collaborative group. And this goes to even some folks that I don't really like we talk about Aiden Ross, you feel me? He really blew up bringing like famous rappers on his stream. I think the first time I heard of Aiden Ross was I think he was playing 2K with Bronny, and then he had LeBron James hop on the mic type shit, like collaboration. You don't think of that as collaboration, but it is. And having that is really what's going to push people forward, right? And no matter which creator you want to talk about, nobody came from the mud doing this shit themselves. Everybody has benefited off of collaboration, period. And it's a beautiful thing. And I think creators should not be steered away from collaborating. I think you guys should embrace that shit because it is a very effective way to grow. Now, of course, like I said, you can build and do everything yourself, but you're limiting yourself and it's very, very hard. Take it from me. Again, I'm a person who used to feel that way, so I get you. I feel you. I'm like, not finna get this shit myself. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me that they put me on. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me that I owe them all my success. But fuck that. I owe all my success to me. Because just because like you saw my content on another person's stream, and then you ended up coming to my stream and then rocking with me, maybe that just means you rock with me. Maybe I don't owe that shit to nobody. And that was a very hard thing for me to break in my head because like I had this sense of like pride almost in this sense. Oh, and it's ego too. It's pride, it's ego. Like, nah, I'm gonna do this shit myself, type shit. But bro, it's really not like that. It's really, really not like that. And I'm grateful that I've been able to open myself up to a lot more collaborations because not only has it done well for my channel and all that shit, but genuinely just like making more friends is dope, man. I love that. Like, you feel me? Like if this was me from a few years ago, I would have never ever linked up with JoJo. You feel me? And I fucks with JoJo. That's my guy now. Like me and JoJo and Balvin, we text regularly, like on some homie shit, on some friend shit, like not even on no content shit, right? And I would have never had that friendship open up if I hadn't, been open to that to begin with. If this was me from a few years ago, I'd be like, yeah, JoJo, cool and all, but like, I don't really want to pop up on his stream and nothing like that. I don't want him on my stream and nothing. Like, I don't want to say like JoJo made me, you feel me? Or I don't want to say like, oh, Afro made me, Rhymestyle made me, fucking Balvin made me, or like whatever one of my friends, Fuck that. And because of that, I've been having a lot more fun on streams. Like, even I'm just doing some shit like playing 2K late at night with my homies, right? I would never do some shit like that before because I'm like, nah, I got to get it by my dolly. I got to do it myself. But a lot of my viewers really love that shit because it's almost like a podcast time. You feel me? Like me and my boys, we just link up and we talk about random bullshit while playing some 2K. And sometimes, my boy Dion pop up, my boy Sayu pop up, and we're not even talking, and they're not even playing 2K. We just talking on some homie shit. And it's a good fucking time, and everybody likes it. So why the fuck not? Like, get rid of this corny sense of pride type shit. And, like, a lot of people jumping on Dan Clancy for saying this and saying that he has no idea what he's talking about. He's out of touch. Like, you guys are fucking dumb. Like, straight up, like, I don't think you have any thumb on the pulse of content creation, period. Like, yes, you should be uploading on YouTube and TikTok. And so, I mean, that's why I made this channel right here. Obviously, I know the benefit to doing that. But the best way, and that's what he said here, the best way to grow is collaboration with other streamers. 100%. It's just true. No matter what group, what facet you're looking on Twitch, almost everybody is part of a group or a community that they grew with and are growing together. You know, I see this everywhere from all sizes of creators, from small, medium to large. It's everywhere. And it's because it's effective and it works. And also, I just wanted to go ahead and say that, you know, as somebody who's streaming on Twitch, I am very happy that Dan Clancy is the CEO of this platform, because I'm just going to be completely blunt, straight up and honest. Before Dan Clancy took over, it was looking real grim for Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And I was feeling like, damn, like, is this really where I want, you know, my career to be? Like, do I believe in this platform? And the answer was like, kind of no. Like, I did not believe in Twitch, you know, a year or two ago. But I feel like Dan Clancy does have his thumb on the pulse. I feel like he understands the streaming culture in a way that not a lot of CEOs would understand. And I appreciate him for being so open, direct, and honest with streamers. I love that line of communication. And the fact that he is so public with this stuff, and the fact that he really genuinely seems to give a fuck about this streaming shit, like, makes me a lot more confident in Twitch as a platform. And yeah, so I really rock with this dude, man. And honestly, he even will pop up on a lot of other people's streams just on some collaborative shit. Like, I'm pretty sure he's hopped on JoJo's stream a few times. I'm pretty sure like him and JoJo like actually like they talk on some shit, you know? And I just can't stress enough how good of a job I think he's doing. Obviously, you know, Twitter brain rot morons are gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say, but they're idiots, and I'm sorry, I just don't think they have any idea what they're talking about. I'm just going to be completely honest. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I think about this. I hope that you guys found some value in this. And if you are an upcoming creator and you're looking at, you know, maybe what do you need to succeed or do any of that stuff, obviously create content on as many platforms as humanly possible. Spread your name out there on every single platform imaginable, but also like collaboration is really, really effective. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna catch y'all on my next video. And of course, you can always check me out on Twitch. I stream all the time. First link in the description. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.